Good evening. This is a regularly scheduled meeting of our City of Hartford Common Council. All proper notices were sent, and I ask you to please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Shanna, roll call.
The mayor and all alderpersons are present, with Alderperson Kohler appearing via Zoom and Alderperson Savage, who is absent and excused.
Thank you. Item 4 on the agenda is a unanimous consent agenda. Wayne,
Move for approval?
we have a motion. Is there a second? Second by Tom.
Motion by Alderperson Rusniak, seconded by Alderperson Petracek, approving the following items on the unanimous consent agenda. The Common Council minutes of January 13th, 2026, awarding the purchase of the 2026 Grasshopper riding lawnmower to Egelhoff Lawnmower Service, Inc. at a cost not to exceed $21,805.10, and authorizing the appropriate city officials to purchase one Morbark BVR 19 wood chipper from LF George, Inc. at a cost not to exceed $80,000.
All right, you've heard the items on the unanimous consent agenda. Is there any further discussion or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item 5 is communications. Anything, Shanna?
I do. I've been asked to advise everyone of this. So currently, there are two separate pieces of legislation that are introduced addressing municipal court fees. Both would increase the municipal court fees. Both have passed the full assembly with bipartisan support, and both are supported by the league. The two bills include Assembly Bill 320 and Senate Bill 333, authored by Representative Allen and Senator Weingard, and they tackle all Wisconsin court costs, including municipal court fees. For municipal court fees, it would raise the thresholds from the current range of $15 to $38 to a new range of $42 to $51. This would mean that all municipalities must adjust their fees, as the previous ceiling for court fees would be below the new floor for court fees. And then there's going to be Assembly Bill 443 and Senate Bill 470. That was authored by Representative Coffert and Senator Weingard, and they address just municipal court costs. It raises the current maximum fee from $38 to $48. The current minimum fee of $15 would remain. Additionally, through an amendment, the bill, as passed by the Assembly, would clarify that the municipal court is responsible for collecting the fee, and current law says the municipal judge must collect the fee. So if you would like, you can join the public hearing on both bills in the Senate Committee on Judiciary and Public Safety on Wednesday, January 28th at 10 a.m. That's it.
Mr. Mayor? Could I move that we adopt a motion tonight to direct our city clerk to contact, who's the contactor of this one, Shanna? With our support for this bill?
So we got the email from Scott Middlestat from Mid-Moraine.
Could you contact him with our vote of support tomorrow?
Yes.
Don't we have to vote on it?
I'll make that motion.
You can't vote on something you don't have on the agenda.
That's what I was just going to,
Okay.
I was going to clarify. Thanks, Steve.
Oh, can we just unanimously say,
No.
okay,
What I would encourage you to do is just contact Scott directly for your personal support.
just personal spend? Okay.
You all have a contact with Senator Chris Kapenga and Assemblyman, hold on, next page.
Jim,
Jim, yeah. And anyways, if you want to reach out to them, you have their email address. You can singularly send out an email asking their support of those two bills.
Okay.
Thank you.
Item 6 on the agenda is appearances and citizens' comments. Anyone wishing to appear? Anyone wishing to appear? Final call. Anyone wishing to appear? All right. Item 7 on the agenda is the mayor's report. It is in appreciation of his service that I issue the following proclamation recognizing Police Chief Scott McFarland for 30 years with the City of Hartford Police Department. All right, here we go. Whereas Scott McFarland has honorably served the City of Hartford and the Hartford Police Department for 30 years, beginning his law enforcement career in 1996 as patrol officer, working overnight shifts and demonstrating dedication to public safety from the very beginning. And whereas throughout his career, Chief McFarland faithfully served the community in numerous roles, including patrol officer, DARE officer, school liaison officer, detective, administrative lieutenant, and ultimately chief of police, reflecting a deep commitment to leadership, professionalism, and community partnership. And whereas Chief McFarland played a critical role in significant events throughout Hartford's history, including life-saving actions during a 2002 structure fire, leadership during complex investigations such as the 2013 Jesse Blodgett murder, oversight of the 2014-2015 Police Department remodeling project, and guiding the department through periods of civil unrest in 2021. And whereas after years of mentorship, experience, and preparation, Scott McFarland was appointed Chief of Police in 2020 and has since served 6 years in that role, leading the Hartford Police Department with integrity, stability, and a strong commitment to both officers and residents. And whereas, shortly after assuming the position of Chief of Police, Chief McFarland coordinated and guided the department's response to the COVID-19 pandemic, ensuring continuity of public safety services while navigating unprecedented operational challenges. And whereas Chief McFarland fostered strong working relationships with other law enforcement agencies throughout Washington County and developed positive collaborative relationships with City of Hartford leadership, staff, and community stakeholders. And whereas Chief McFarland worked to expand opportunities for Hartford police officers to serve the community through specialized assignments, including participation in the multi-jurisdictional drug investigation unit, the assignment of 3 officers to the county SWAT team, and the continued growth and development of the department's investigations unit. And whereas Chief McFarland oversaw the successful and efficient transition of the Hartford Police Department to county-wide dispatching services, as well as the implementation of new records management system, ensuring modernized operations and improved service delivery. And whereas Chief McFarland not only carried out the day-to-day responsibilities of his various positions, but also proactively assumed responsibility for learning, implementing, and addressing the evolving information technology needs of the police department. And whereas Chief McFarland has been an active member of the Hartford community, supporting and fundraising for Special Olympics through the Cop on a Roof program, and serving as a member of the Hartford Lions Club. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the City of Hartford hereby designates February 20th, 2026 as Scott McFarland Day in recognition of his 30 years of distinguished service, leadership, and dedicated to the City of Hartford, and be it further proclaimed that the City of Hartford extends its sincere gratitude and best wishes to Chief Scott McFarland upon his retirement on February 20th, 2026, and thanks him for his lasting contributions to the safety and well-being of the community. Signed, the Honorable Dennis J. Regan, Mayor of the City of Hartford, on this day. Thanks, Scott.
Congratulations, John.
Way to go, Chief. Thank you. Scott. You bet. Good luck, sir. Sure.
Thanks, Scott.
Scott, if you don't mind, say a few words.
Wow, I think that covers everything over the 30 years. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and older persons. You know, when I sat and thought about what to say tonight, you think about 30 years and it's like, what do you say? It's a long time and having been here, but when you think about it, it went so fast, at least it did for me. I kept busy. But thank you for recognizing my 30 years of law enforcement in the city of Hartford. The weight of the responsibility for which I have been sworn to has never been taken lightly. In my office, I have 2 inspirational quotes pinned to the wall. They help to remind me of my purpose in serving the citizens of this community and how to mentally prepare every day. The first says, "Everyone you will ever meet is fighting a hard battle, even if it doesn't seem like it. We measure, normally, other people's lives by their blessings, but we do not see their hidden burdens. So never assume you know with any degree of certainty what is happening in the moment you're interacting with the public. Act with compassion and understanding." The second quote I have says, "Human beings, while capable of the worst, are also capable of rising above themselves, choosing again what is good, and making a new start, despite their mental and social conditioning." Look inside everyone, no matter who it is you're dealing with, for the slightest glimmer of good and encouragement, and encourage it to grow into a brilliant light that shines truth and justice through the community. After all, keeping the community safe is a group effort, and we can use all the help we can get. These quotes guide me daily on how I carry out my law enforcement mission. It would be impossible for me to carry out my vision for law enforcement in Hartford were I not blessed with an amazing staff and amazing coworkers, both past and present, community partners, local law enforcement leadership, and city officials who over the years have placed their faith in me. To all of you, I say thank you, and it has been the greatest and most humbling honor to have served the city of Hartford for the last 30 years. And most importantly, thank you to my family, my wife Denise, and my kids, Connor, Caden, and Kira, for being steadfast in support for me over the years. I am truly blessed to have you in my life. Thank you all very much.
Thanks again, Scott. All right, then I will move on to item 8 on the agenda, the aldermanic requests. President Rusniak?
Just one little thing, Mid-Moraine meeting tomorrow night. We'll meet behind City Hall about 10 to 6, and we can go over together as a group. So anybody going along? 10 to 6 behind City Hall.
Thanks, Wayne. Alderperson Curley?
Currently, we have around 10 candidates for the office of governor of Wisconsin this fall. As they run around the state looking for votes, I would ask that they take some time to sit down with their staff and develop some thoughtful and workable position papers from each of them as to what they plan to do if elected governor with the current levy limits and state shared revenue parameters. Look, every city, village, and town they visit is facing the same concerns that we are: aging infrastructure, rising health care costs, and expectations from our citizens that the product that we deliver has to be first rate. The only options which we have are referendums, reevaluations, and deferring necessary, needed expenditures. Steve, can you contact the League of Municipalities and the Mid-Moraine Legislative section and request that these concerns be included in any candidate profile questionnaires which they prepare and publish? Thank you.
Thanks, Dean. Chad?
No requests. I would just like to again say thank you to Chief McFarland. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your sacrifice. And thank you for your commitment to serve our community.
Thanks, Chad. Alderperson Garza?
I'd just like to say thanks, Scott, for what you've done for all of us here in Hartford. wish you the best in your retirement.
Thanks, Tony. Alderperson Turchi.
Yeah, I'll echo those sentiments. Scott, job well done.
Alderperson Webb.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. Thanks so much, Scott, for all the things that you've done for Hartford and for being kind to me when I first joined the council and kind of showing me the ropes of what the law enforcement agency here in Hartford does.
Thanks, Justin. Alderperson Kohler. Hey, Joey, I think you're muted. Joey still can't hear you, so I'm going to move on to Alderperson Pekacek.
I echo the council and the mayor. Congratulations, bravo. Thank you for making me feel welcome when we first met. I am the newest alderperson, but thank you for sort of teaching me a little bit about how things work there. I also want to thank Hartford staff. This has been a brutal winter, and especially these past week where it's been so cold, and the people that have to work outside. It's a hardy group of people, and just know that the community thanks you for your hard work and dedication.
Thanks, Tom. I don't know if we can try and get Joe again.
Is this working at all?
Oh, there you go. We hear you now, Joe. Go ahead.
Had to change the headset. Sorry. I just again wanted to echo the gratitude that I have for Chief McFarland and his family and the dedication to Hartford. It's been great work with him over the last several years, and I know he's molded the next chief into position. So I'm looking forward for his legacy to continue.
Super. Thanks, Joe. All right, so then we're on to item 10 on the agenda, resolutions and possible action thereon. The one tonight is resolution number 3758, a resolution requesting our state legislators to oppose Assembly Bill 885.
Yeah, so last meeting, Alderperson Curley had requested us the staff to put together a resolution, again, requesting that our state representatives to oppose the AB 885. 885, again, as we talk about in the executive summary, is, again, kind of a secondary bill that was brought forward in the previous year. It has to do with control over the extraterritorial rights. So the community, the city of Hartford, has a 3-mile radius outside the city limits in which we have the ability to determine what growth will happen and what subdivisions will happen just outside of the city limits. So that'd be the town of Hartford for the most part, reaching also the town of Erin on the south end. So those rights, of course, are being fought by townships, saying they don't want that ability for those communities to have those rights. And so a bill was brought forward last year and turned away to, again, control the amount of control that the cities and villages have over these rights. The secondary bill came forward just recently. Again, you were all made aware of it. Again, these are two bills that have been since joined into one. The Assembly Bill 885, which again is a means by which a township can block the city or village's ability to control extraterritorial rights. So because of that, again, that could prevent the city from growth in the future. So to give you an example is if the township wanted to subdivide a lot right outside the city limits, those are primarily supposed to be meant for growth of the village or city. And subdividing a lot into smaller lots or subdivisions eventually will mean it's taxing on the local city or village. And so what this will do, again, would prevent us from our growth in the future. And so this is why the league has asked us to, again, reach out to our elected officials ask for them to oppose this bill. And again, our hope is that by sending this resolution forward, they also just recently had a public hearing regarding it last week, Wednesday, of which were able to reach out prior to that happening and just let them know about our thoughts. But again, this will be something in writing that we'll send to our 2 representatives.
Super. Thanks, Steve. Alderperson Curley?
I contacted both offices yesterday and let them know of our opposition to this bill. I talked to the senator's staff, and I left a message for Jim, I can't pronounce his name.
Predasevich, I did the same thing.
Yeah, and left a message with him saying that we are opposed to this action.
I sent an email also to both, but Steve took care of it for me. So mine, for some reason, got kicked back, so I asked Steve to make sure that it got to them, so it did. So thanks, Steve.
I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move.
So moved by Alderperson Curley,
I'll second.
seconded by Alderperson Garza.
Motion by Alderperson Curley, seconded by Alderperson Garza for the adoption of proposed resolution number 3758.
Any final comments or questions? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Resolution passes. Item 11 on the agenda is some ordinances. The first reading and possible action thereon. The first one is ordinance number 1526, an ordinance creating Chapter 4, Subchapter 2 regarding Code of Ethics and amending Section 4.14 of the Hartford Municipal Code relating to the city attorney. Steve?
Yeah, so the city does have some language in our ordinances regarding conduct, but none of it which is really going to be adding teeth to a situation that could arise. Recently, a attorney from the state had recommended the idea of each community having some sort of a ethics board to, again, address issues that may come up. So let me give you an example. An employee may have, or a elected body member may have, reached outside of what their normal responsibilities are, thus causing conflict within the city or within the body of the council itself. I can pull for you, and matter of fact, I think when Tom had just recently started, we gave him a 3-ring binder. Julie would have given it to him, or Tori would have given him a binder. On the back side of that binder is case law regarding how conduct of an elected official can cause a great deal of turmoil, not only for the community, but for them personally. And so what this does is creates a new committee, which is an ethics committee. Many communities, or most communities, have this committee. And what they do is, if an occasion would arise, this committee, which is not made up of elected officials, it's a quasi group from the general population, and they would then oversee and review the information along with help from an attorney. The attorney wouldn't necessarily be our attorney, but an outside attorney to review the information, and then determine to move it forward if it rises to a situation where, again, some cause of action would need to take place. So with that, what this does is creates this ordinance regarding ethics, and then also creates the ethics committee that will review in the case, in a case-by-case basis. So any questions? Yes, Alderperson Rusniak.
You said we'd bring in an outside attorney to handle a case?
Yeah, so
versus
the
our attorney?
Yeah, so that's a great question, and I'm glad you asked it. So because there could be conflict, in other words, the attorney is appointed by you as a council, and if you had stepped outside your boundaries of responsibilities and he had to go and meet with a group of individuals to talk about you, it's kind of like you're his boss. I'm considered also, someone of conflict with him. So again, what would happen is we would hire an outside attorney to come in and work with this group so that there is no conflict.
Well, I'll try not to step outside then.
Not this week.
I got a question on that then. So when we do this, so we bring somebody in, and you say is it like the constituents of the city that come in? How do they get selected
I'm sorry, what was the question?
for this ethics committee?
Yep.
How do the members of this ethics committee get selected or get appointed or whatever the situation is on this one?
I believe what you're asking is how is this committee created?
Yeah,
And that is an appointment of the mayor, just like every other committee.
Okay.
Can we turn up that volume anyway to hear Joel?
I don't have that control. It's in the control room.
Because we can hardly hear him.
Yeah, it's hard to hear him. All right, anything?
Well, you answered my question. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Does the committee meet on any regular basis or
Nope.
just as
Only as needed.
Okay,
Case by case.
thank you.
Anyone else? Again, this is an ordinance. If you do want to proceed with this tonight, first we would have to have a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Motion by Alderperson Rusniak, second by Alderperson Pekachek.
Motion by Alderperson Rusniak, seconded by Alderperson Petchacek to suspend the rules for immediate consideration of proposed ordinance number 1526.
All right, so again, this is a motion to suspend the rules in consideration of the ordinance that we'll be looking at. Any further questions or comments on that? Seeing none, all those in favor of suspending the rules?
Aye.
Oppose? All right, rules are suspended. I would then entertain a motion for the ordinance. So moved by Alderperson Garza, seconded by Alderperson Curley.
Motion by Alderperson Garza, seconded by Alderperson Curley for the adoption of proposed ordinance number 1526.
All right, any final discussion or comments regarding the ordinance? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ordinance passes. The second ordinance for consideration tonight is ordinance number 1527, an ordinance amending section 22.06 of the municipal code regarding loud noises prohibited. Steve?
So as you know, 22.06 already exists in our ordinances. This is an amendment to that. And this has to do with creating loud and unnecessary noises. What it does is, again, adds more teeth and more direction to the existing ordinance. This not only addresses issues of within a commercial district, but also can be for residential districts. So most communities will have some sort of a time frame by which a burdensome noise can be created. Burdensome noise can be something like lawnmower, building equipment, things like that, but also amplified music. And so if somebody has something outside of where amplified music is, that again would be dictated by this new change to the ordinance. As you see, between the hours of 9 p.m. and 9 a.m., you can't have amplified noise or music in a given area, commercial or residential. However, if a organization was going to have a function, okay, the mill is going to have something and it's in a commercial district, they would be able to come and get a temporary permit to allow them to have amplified music of live band till 11 o'clock, whatever that be, in the outdoor area. Of course, indoors, that is not restricted. So again, it's a situation where it just helps us to dictate and hopefully stop a lot of the complaints that we do get in different areas.
Thanks, Steve. Alderperson Curley?
Wayne, last year we had a complaint from somebody, I think.
We did.
It was the
Yeah.
Pines?
Yeah.
What, wasn't that past 9 o'clock at night?
Yeah, well, I can't attest to that.
I can't
I was
either.
there earlier, but I can't attest to it after 9. But I know what you're talking about.
So that would have been a case where this would take effect.
This will put more beef into it, I think, you know?
Yeah, and again, remember, it's not, if somebody has music inside of a house.
No, this was
But the
outside
windows
in
are
the
all
parking lot.
open and the neighbor's windows are open, it doesn't do anything for that.
Right.
That would also, could be covered under basically disturbance of the peace, which is also covered within this area.
This was an outside business, and the residents was complaining about the loud music.
Yep, exactly. And that's exactly where this comes in.
Sure.
All right. Anything further? If not, again, this is another ordinance. If you would like to proceed with this tonight, we would need to suspend the rules. So I have a motion by Alderperson Curley to suspend, second by Alderperson Pekacek.
Motion by Alderperson Curley, seconded by Alderperson Petacek to suspend the rules for immediate consideration of proposed ordinance number 1527.
Again, this is a motion to suspend the rules for consideration. Any final comments regarding that? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion passes. So now I would entertain a motion for the ordinance.
I move.
Alderperson Waldvogel. Is there a second? Alderperson Curley.
Motion by Alderperson Waldvogel, seconded by Alderperson Curley for the adoption of proposed ordinance number 1527.
All right, any final comments or questions? All right, seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Ordinance passes. Steve, you didn't have anything tonight?
I have nothing tonight.
All right, so the last item on the agenda is adjournment. Do I have a motion? Motion by Alderperson Webb, second by Alderperson Waldvogel to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. We are adjourned.